Buckle up, everyone,
Ha.
because we're diving deep into AI. And I'm talking about some seriously next-level stuff, not just your run-of-the-mill chatbots.
Yeah.
We're talking AI that can understand images and videos.
Yeah, exactly. Way beyond simple text. This is what we call multimodal AI.
Multimodal, so like AI got a whole sensory upgrade.
Exactly. Think about it. We experience the world through more than just text, right?
Right.
We see images, we watch videos, we take it all in, and that's what multimodal AI can do.
So it's like,
Yeah.
instead of just reading a recipe,
Uh-huh.
it can watch a cooking show and actually get it.
Yeah. It's about a much deeper understanding.
Wow. That opens up so many possibilities.
It really does. And that's where things like Amazon Nova come in.
Okay, Amazon Nova. I've been hearing that name a lot.
Yeah, it's a whole new wave of AI models.
And they're all multimodal.
It's actually a whole family of models designed for different needs and budgets.
Okay, so break it down for me.
Sure. So you've got Amazon Nova Micro, super fast for text processing, great for like chatbots or analyzing documents.
So if I have a ton of research papers to go through, Nova Micro is my friend.
Exactly.
But what about when you need to work with visuals?
Well, then you've got Amazon Nova Lite, handles images, videos, and text.
Okay, so that's for things like, I don't know, analyzing security footage.
Yeah.
Or maybe creating captions for social media.
Exactly. Anything where understanding the visuals is key.
Got it. I'm starting to see the potential here. But what about really complex stuff, like if I was developing a new medical imaging tool?
For something like that, you'd want to look at Amazon Nova Pro.
Mm.
Really good balance of accuracy, speed, and cost.
Okay, so the more demanding tasks.
Right.
And I'm guessing there's an even more powerful option for like the really heavy lifting.
Well, they're working on Amazon Nova Premier, designed for the most complex reasoning and custom model training.
When will that be available?
Not quite ready yet. Expected to launch in 2025.
Oh, okay. So
Huh?
something to look forward to.
Hmm.
But even with what's available now, the applications seem endless. Like, how are these Nova models actually being used out in the world?
Oh, we're already seeing some really innovative uses. For example, Amazon Ads is using them to help advertisers create more effective campaigns.
Interesting.
Yeah, they've got Nova Canvas for generating images and Nova Reel for producing videos.
So even if you're not a designer,
Yeah.
you can still create great visuals with the help of AI.
Exactly. And it's really making a difference. Brands using these tools are advertising 5x more products and using twice as many images per product.
Wow, that's impressive. So what about beyond advertising? Any other cool examples?
Well, Amazon shared a really cool example of how Nova Pro analyzed a silent video clip of a football game.
Oh, wow.
It was able to identify the teams, the players, even the outcome of a play.
All without any sound.
Yeah, just from the visuals.
That's wild. It's like an AI sports commentator.
And it gets even better. That same model was able to suggest different social media captions for that football clip.
Oh, wow. It can analyze complex visuals and generate creative content. These models are pretty amazing. But how accessible is all of this for someone like me? Do you need to be a computer scientist to use these tools?
That's where Amazon Bedrock comes in.
Okay.
It's basically a platform that makes these powerful AI models easy to use, even for people without deep technical expertise.
So you can just try out different models.
Yeah, play around with them and see what works best for you.
I like that. But what if you need to tweak a model to fit your specific needs? Can you customize these Nova models?
Absolutely. Amazon Bedrock offers some really interesting customization options.
Like what?
One is called fine-tuning, which means you can train a model using your own data.
So you're basically teaching it to become an expert in your field.
Exactly. So if you need a model that's really good at understanding legal documents, you can feed it a bunch of your own legal documents and it will learn.
That's amazing. What about the other customization option?
That one's called distillation. Imagine you have this massive, super powerful AI model, but it's just too resource intensive for your needs. Distillation lets you transfer the knowledge from that larger model to a smaller, more efficient one.
So you get the brains and the efficiency.
Exactly.
This is all incredibly impressive. But I have to ask, what about the ethical implications of all of this? I mean, these are powerful tools.
It's a crucial question.
Yeah.
And to address those concerns, they've launched AWS AI service cards.
What are those?
They provide transparency about the intended use cases, limitations, and best practices for using these models responsibly.
Okay, so they're taking a proactive approach to make sure these tools are used for good.
They are.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground here, from what Amazon Nova is capable of, to how it's being used and the ethical considerations.
It's been a fascinating discussion so far.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
we've only just scratched the surface. What we've explored today represents a fundamental shift in the AI landscape,
Ooh.
with profound implications for the future.
And speaking of the future, there's even more on the horizon for Amazon Nova.
All right.
They've hinted at some groundbreaking additions, expected to arrive in 2025. But we'll delve into those in the next part of our deep dive, so stay tuned.
Definitely.
Welcome back. We just explored all the amazing things Amazon Nova can do. But let's take a step back for a minute. What's the bigger picture here? Why is Amazon pushing AI so hard?
Well, it's pretty clear that Amazon sees AI as a key part of its future. They're not just dipping their toes in the water. This is a major investment.
Yeah, they don't usually mess around.
And I think it's because they see the potential, not just to transform their own business, but countless industries.
Right, and knowing Amazon, it's probably all about the customer experience.
You got it. Think about it. AI-powered shopping assistants, personalized recommendations that actually understand you, maybe even a virtual fashion stylist.
Oh, I would love a virtual stylist.
It's all about making shopping more intuitive, more enjoyable, more tailored to you.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. But it's not just about the shoppers, is it? This could be huge for businesses, especially smaller ones.
Absolutely. Imagine a small business owner who wants to create really great marketing materials, but they don't have the budget for a whole design team.
Right.
Tools like Nova Canvas and Nova Reel can help them create high-quality images and videos. That would have been way too expensive before.
It's about giving everyone access to these powerful tools.
Exactly. And we're not just talking about retail here. This could impact healthcare, education, entertainment, any field where creativity and efficiency are important.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. But I do have to ask, with AI doing more and more, are people's jobs at risk?
It's a valid concern for sure, and it's a conversation we need to be having, but I think it's important to remember that technology has always disrupted the workforce, but it's also created new opportunities.
Right, like the internet.
Exactly. So AI will likely automate certain tasks, but it will also free us up to focus on things that require uniquely human skills.
Things like creativity, critical thinking.
Exactly, and I think it underscores the importance of adaptability and lifelong learning. The jobs of the future may not even exist yet.
So be ready for anything.
Yeah, be open to new possibilities.
Yeah.
And develop the skills you need to thrive in this new world.
It's exciting and a little scary all at the same time.
I know, right?
It really feels like we're at the beginning of something huge.
We are.
Speaking of the future, let's get back to those additions coming to Amazon Nova in 2025. This speech-to-speech model and the any-to-any model. Those sound particularly interesting.
Oh yeah, they're game changers.
The any-to-any model especially caught my attention. It sounds like something out of science fiction.
It kind of is. Imagine being able to translate a video into text, or create a video based on a piece of music,
Really?
or generate a 3D model from a simple sketch. This model aims to seamlessly convert between different types of data.
So it's not just about understanding different data types, it's about transforming them into each other.
Exactly. And think about the implications for accessibility. We could instantly translate sign language into spoken word, or make any video accessible to people with hearing impairments.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's about making information and content more inclusive.
And I bet this would be huge for creative fields too. Artists, musicians, designers.
Oh yeah, anyone working with digital content could use this to really push the boundaries of their work.
It's like having a universal creative toolkit.
Exactly.
But with all of this potential comes a responsibility to use this technology wisely.
Absolutely. We need to be having conversations now about the ethical implications, potential biases, and how to make sure these tools are used for good.
It's not just a technological challenge then. It's a social and ethical one.
You got it. We need to be proactive
Yeah.
in shaping the future we want. A future where AI benefits all of humanity.
Not just a select few.
Right.
Yeah.
And that requires open dialogue between technologists, policymakers, ethicists, and the public.
It's a shared responsibility.
It is.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential,
Yeah.
but are there any limitations we should be aware of?
Yeah, that's an important question. Even the most advanced AI models have limitations. One challenge is making sure these models are trained on diverse and unbiased data.
Because if the data is biased,
The model will be biased too.
and that could lead to some bad outcomes.
Exactly. That's why data ethics and responsible AI development are so crucial.
It's like building a house. If you use faulty materials, the whole thing could collapse.
Exactly. Another limitation is the black box problem. It's often difficult to understand. how these complex models arrive at their decisions.
So they might give you a good answer, but you don't know why.
Right, and that can be a problem, especially in areas like healthcare or finance, where explainability is essential.
So it's not just about accuracy. It's about understanding the reasoning.
Exactly, which is why the field of explainable AI is so important.
So researchers are working on making these models more transparent.
They are, so we can better understand how they work and make sure they're making decisions we can trust.
Well, I think we've given our listeners a pretty good overview of Amazon Nova
Mm.
and its impact on the world. But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave everyone with something to think about. We've talked about all the technical stuff, the potential, the limitations, the ethical considerations. But ultimately, technology is just a tool. It's up to us to decide how we use it and what kind of future we want to build.
That's a great point.
It's not enough to just understand the technology. We have to think about its impact on society.
Absolutely.
What kind of world do we want to create with these tools? That's the question we need to be asking ourselves.
I agree.
And with that thought-provoking question, we'll wrap up this part of our deep dive. Be sure to join us for the final part, where we'll explore the even bigger implications of AI and what it means for the future of humanity. All right, we're back for the final part of our deep dive. We've covered a lot about Amazon Nova, but now I want to zoom out, look at the bigger picture. What kind of future is this technology shaping?
It's a really exciting time to be thinking about this stuff. We're not just talking about small improvements here. AI has the potential to fundamentally change how we live, work, interact with the world.
It feels like we're on the verge of something massive. So what are some of the biggest changes you see coming?
Well, one of the most profound, I think, will be the blurring of lines between the physical and digital worlds,
Okay.
with AI that can generate realistic images, videos, even virtual environments. Our experiences will blend the real and the digital more and more.
So it's not just about looking at a screen anymore. We're talking about stepping into those digital worlds.
Exactly. Imagine attending a concert in the metaverse. That feels just as real as being there in person.
Wow.
Or learning a new skill through VR. That's indistinguishable from real-world training.
It's like science fiction is becoming reality.
It is.
So what kind of impact will this have on different industries?
The possibilities are endless. In education, students could immerse themselves in historical events or explore the human body from the inside out.
Oh.
In healthcare, surgeons could practice complex procedures on virtual patients
Yeah.
before operating on real ones.
It sounds like this fusion of physical and digital could change everything.
It really could.
But it's not just about practicality and efficiency, right?
Right.
This technology could also unleash incredible creativity.
Absolutely. Think about artists collaborating with AI to create totally new art forms.
That's amazing.
Or musicians composing symphonies based on visual inspiration.
Wow. It's like giving everyone access to a whole new set of creative tools.
It really is.
But of course, with great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
We've talked about the ethical considerations. But as we move forward, how do we make sure this technology is used responsibly?
That's the key question.
Right.
We need to have ongoing conversations about the ethical implications and establish clear guidelines for AI development and deployment.
Okay.
Things like data privacy, algorithmic transparency, and accountability for the decisions these systems make.
So it's not just a tech challenge, it's a social and ethical one too.
Exactly. We need to be proactive in shaping the future we want, a future where AI benefits all of humanity.
Not just a select few.
Right, and that requires open dialogue between everyone involved.
Technologists, policymakers, ethicists, the public. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a challenge. Stay curious, stay informed, and engage in these crucial conversations. The future of AI is not set in stone. It's something we shape together.
I love that. We have this incredible opportunity to use these powerful tools to solve some of the world's biggest problems and create a better future for all of us. But that future depends on the choices we make today.
So true. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive. We hope you found this exploration of Amazon Nova and AI insightful and thought-provoking. Remember, the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create